This is Nicholas Coolish, reporting for the New York Times. After a 5-hour drive on one of the many unpaved roads that cross the Republic of South Sudan, I made it to Owerri. Sitting on the banks of the White Nile, it's also the closest I could get to the front lines, in a country that less than 3 years ago was celebrating its independence. Hundreds had recently arrived on river barges that had served as a path to safety.
It's kind of hard to tell how people survived and made it through to this side of the river. The White Army just take over after everybody left the village. They burn all their huts and they shoot people too during that fight. Even my mother got shot.
My grandfather and grandmother and even father and mother and grandchildren are there. I try to defend them, but I do nothing. I'm with gun, but when I try to shoot them, I do nothing. So we run.
The people I met were fleeing intense fighting in the city of Bor. The violence broke out in late December, fallout from the ongoing conflict between South Sudan's president and former vice president, which has stoked clashes between the Dinka and Nuer ethnic groups they each belong to. Most crossed the river with little more than the $30 they paid for this boat ride to safety. Now they live in limbo, without clean water or shelter. What really struck me was the depth of their need. These people literally ran from their homes with almost nothing, and most now have nowhere to go. The only way out is another $30 ticket for a bus ride to the capital in Juba, beyond the means of most. There are limited supplies and a few small clinics set up to cure the sick and wounded. An estimated 76,000 displaced people remain here.
Oh, yeah, you need to be here. Here needs to be free.
And there's another potential casualty. The hope that so many of them had that after decades of civil war, their young nation was finally beginning to heal.